We've seen a lot of concerns about artificial intelligence lately, but Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has an optimistic vision for the technology, and he's sharing it in a new essay called "The Future is for Everyone: The Path to a Positive AI Future." He describes a world in which everyone will have exceptionally capable personal agent that understands you, your goals, and everything you care about. He also argues that there should be no singular centralized superintelligence that is, quote, restricted to a few institutions, and that the most dangerous AI scenario is companies training powerful models and keeping them for themselves. The CEO of The Atlantic is Nick Thompson, and he's here to unpack Zuckerberg's essay. Nick, always good to see you. Good morning.
Great to see you, Vlad. How are you?
All right, so help me understand this. He has spent thousands of words outlining his vision for an artificial intelligence future. What was your biggest takeaway, and why is he doing it?
Well, he's doing it because there's a big backlash against AI, and he's trying to change the narrative. That's good for his business interest. It's what he believes in. What I took away from it, from a business perspective, Meta was a company that did open source AI, meaning the models were free, open, you could modify. They pivoted, and now they're pivoting back. That is very important from a business perspective. From an individual perspective, there's a really interesting tension. He's describing this incredible superintelligence. It watches us, observes us, it helps us learn languages, helps us learn to play guitar, watch us while we sleep, watch us while we work out.
Everything.
That's great. Huge privacy implications. He's saying trust it. So that's going to be a big conversation in the future.
Do you think his essay reflects his business practices?
His essay, the values that he lays out in his essay map very closely to what is in the financial interest of Meta, but also in what I think he believes. So it's both of those things.
So Zuckerberg writes that the most dangerous scenario is tech companies building these powerful AI models and then keeping them for themselves. Right. So what do you make of that fear? Is it rational? Does it make sense to you?
Well, what he's saying, and I think this is true, is that you want as many people as possible to have access to hugely powerful AI, right? So one scenario would be company builds incredible AI and nobody gets it. He really doesn't like that. Another is company builds hugely powerful AI. And this is kind of where we are right now. And businesses pay for it. They license it. What he wants is everybody to have AI, ideally through their WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook accounts. Remember, he owns a personal distribution network.
Of course.
Of course he wants the
so that
AI
benefits him.
to go to individuals. Of course he doesn't want it to go to companies because he doesn't sell enterprise software.
So, Nick, I have a question with regards to regulation. Given that Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like government regulation in Meta generally, but there are people who feel that there should be government regulation of artificial intelligence. But then you think about what if there are no regulations on companies originating out of China or, for example, Russia? Does that put us, Meta, other companies at a disadvantage?
So he makes that argument in the essay. He says, look, there's some regulations like copyright regulation that slow the American AI industry down. We kind of need to get rid of those. The regulation that he seems to be in favor of is he wants to regulate harms caused by AI, and he wants to regulate the world outside of AI, not the information and the intelligence. So take bioweapons, right? That is what a lot of smart people are really worried about right now. Zuckerberg says, look, the AI model companies, they should worry about it. But really, it should be the companies that make the chemicals. Regulate them really hard. Don't regulate the intelligence that could teach a person how to make a bioweapon. Because you think about it, we all have infinitely capable AI assistants. Some of us will do our jujitsu workouts better, and some of us will try to make novel pathogens. So that is an important thing.
AI is frightening to so many people, and all these companies give us conflicting information and say, we're the best, we're the best. When it comes to who you can trust, which company you should trust, where do you stand on that? Because it is confusing.
Yeah, that's a very hard question. So the company that does the most research on safety, and takes it most seriously, is Anthropic, right? The company that we have all come to use the most is probably OpenAI. The companies that are building AI that we are used to, we already have relationships. Like if you trust WhatsApp, Instagram, trust Facebook. Interestingly, the companies that give us the best free AI are the Chinese open source models, which could be very strange.
Who do you use?
I use them all, actually. I think it's really important to understand all the differences, so I alternate between all the models and use it in every way I can during the day.
He says that he wants to ensure that humanity maintains control over superintelligence so it serves us rather than endangers us. We would all want that, but how do we know when we hear stories AI escaped from the creators and hacked something else? Do we have the ability to control it?
So this is the weakest part of the essay.
30 seconds.
Because he basically says, it's all going to be good, it's all going to be great. And at the end, he says, there's this thing that could happen, recursive self-improvement, where the models get smart, and then once you have a smart model, it kind of builds itself and gets smarter and smarter and runs away, and we're not sure what we're going to do about that. So this is a real concern. We should all worry about it.
And AI is taking us to commercial break right now. Nick Thompson, thank you so much. We appreciate you.